And Dwyane Wade and the Bulls are headed back to the postseason at 41-41. And Flash is with us here on Crunch Time. There he is.
I heard that name in a while.
I know. I went with
Who you
Flash.
texting, man? Who you texting? Put the phone down.
Hey, man.
Nah, I'm taking my tape off.
Hey, man, you're back in the playoffs. You can be Flash again. That works. Hey, 3 games
I'm
back.
all right. I'm okay.
You're okay with that? All right. 3 games back from the elbow injury. Just physically, how do you feel as you get to this point in the season?
Well, I'm just happy that I was able to come back. When I had the injury and they said I was done for the season, obviously, I was heartbroken because this is the reason I play the game of basketball. I love the playoffs. I love this time of the year. And, I knew that I wasn't possibly going to be there. But I worked my tail off to get back. And, doctors gave me the go-ahead early. So I'm just thankful that I'm back out here with my teammates. And I can't wait to go through this process with this team, man, to see what we can do.
D-Wade, it's been a great year for you coming back home, leading the team to the playoffs. Now you're going to face your old nemesis in Boston. What would you try to impart to this young group that you're taking into the Boston Garden with? Would you tell them some of the stories about how difficult it is to win there? Or you and Rondo, what would y'all share with this team?
Yeah, well, we got a lot of young guys in this locker room. Some guys, after the game, guys said, man, I've been watching this on TV for so long. And they're just excited to get in the playoffs. But, just letting them know, and they obviously they're going to have to feel it when they get out there. But it's a whole new season. It's another level of basketball. And, the attention to detail has to be there. The mistakes can't happen as much as it happened in a regular season. So just letting them understand the importance of each possession, get moving on. If you make a mistake, moving on to the next possession, and just give it everything you have. We worked hard through training camp, all year to get to this point. Now we're here. We're playing against a team that that plays very tough, that knows their game, that has we know where the ball is going when they get on the line, and the same thing on us. So it should be a good series, but they got to get through it. They got to experience it, and myself, Rondo, and Jimmy are gonna try to help them lead the way.
Dwyane, you going into the postseason. This isn't a typical 1-8 matchup, though, right? You guys generally, when that 8-1 matchup comes along, in all fairness, you've been on the side of the 1 and the 8. There isn't always a complete belief that as an 8 you can win. I just get the sense with your experience, Rondo, we got guys who've won championships. Jimmy Butler is a great player, that you guys have to feel pretty confident going into that matchup.
Well, we are. Obviously we've had, throughout this year, is most teams, especially in the Eastern Conference, has had its ups and downs. But we've played very well in the games that, versus the best teams, this year. And we have confidence, and our young guys have confidence going into that. With Boston during the regular season, even though it was regular season, the 4 games we played them, it was some good things that happened there. So guys can have confidence going into that. That's a very good team. Over there, they're very well coached. They know how to play the game. But, we do have confidence. So we're not looking at it like, hey, we're 8th seed. We're looking at it like it's Boston versus Chicago, and we got to go in there and try to win some games and try to come out this series and move to the next one.
I've often called you one of the best leaders in the game and in all sport. And, when I look at what happened to your team midway through the season, with yourself, Rondo, Butler, I think the way you guys handled that and the way you came out of it, still together, still playing, and your friction, was very public. But the leadership of yourself, Rondo, really stood out. How did y'all bring the team together, and how did y'all keep the team together and not let it explode? Because we've watched a lot of teams over the years explode during that situation and go down the tubes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, after, we had it, everything that was out in the media, we talked about it. We all sat down for hours in the film room and looked each other eye to eye and said the things we needed to say about the team. And at the end of the day, it was all coming from a place that guys wanted to win. It wasn't coming from a place of dislike. It was coming from a place of guys that, wanted to win. But we all needed to hear each other. Sometimes confrontation is good. And for a new team that was coming together, that confrontation, unfortunately, was public, but it was a good thing for this team. Obviously we lost, we lost Doug, and we lost Taj, and we had to, get some new pieces and start over. But I thought from there, Rondo did a great job, continuing to lead, Jimmy as well, and myself. So we came out of it good, man, and we moved past it right away. Even though people was talking about it, we moved on, and and here we go. And now we're in the playoffs, and we couldn't do it without it. We couldn't have done it without each other, and I'm excited to go to war with those guys.
And going to war, you look like you did a little hot tub time machine, man. You looking real youthful and athletic out on the floor. Are you feeling that way? Was that a little bit of respite going through the rehab? Did that kind of recharge the batteries a little bit for you at this stage of your career?
You know what, Greg, man, when you out, whether it's injury or whatever, you realize how much you missed this game, man. And being out for those 3 weeks, I was so bored. I was doing all the things. I was being the best husband and the best father and all those things. But I was bored, man. And I was just like, man, listen, when I get back, first of all, I'm going to appreciate it. Appreciate the game. But, I work my tail off. And I've always done it. So, I'm 35 years old and, I might not, take off like I used to. But every now and again, I have athleticism and strength. And I know my game. That's the biggest thing. So guys gonna know what to expect out of me as we get into this playoff, and man, I'm just excited and waiting. I can't wait till Saturday or Sunday.
Well, and the playoffs, as you know, are kind of built for players of your profile. What kind of a luxury is the playoff schedule where you're never playing back-to-backs for guys of your experience level?
Oh, I love it. Of course, I love it. So we ain't got to worry about no stories about rest or nothing like that. This is go time. And for me, I don't want, you don't want too many days off anyway, because you don't want to mess your rhythm up. So it's good that you're able to play. If you lose, you're able to get right back out there after a day of learning, and if you win, you continue to stay in a rhythm. So it's good, and I love it. You guys know, this is the time where you separate the men from the boys, and we will see throughout the playoffs who gets separated. But I always love it as a fan. Can't wait to watch the other teams play, and as a competitor, can't wait to be in environments.
People have been trying to figure out this team the entire season since they put the roster together last summer, and it'll be interesting to watch it play out in a postseason setting as well. Looking forward to it, and we appreciate you stopping by.
No problem, Matt, Zeke, Greg. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. Great job of leading the team this year.
Thanks, Mud.